Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Peggy from the Healing Connection, and this program is brought to you by the River's Edge Wellness Center in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, you are going to learn 3 energy techniques that you can put into your toolbox to help strengthen your immune system. So let's begin. The first thing we're going to learn is the protocol called spooning the feet. You are electromagnetic energy, and you're very similar to a battery or a magnet. So if I take 2 magnets here, one side of a magnet, if you'll recall, has a positive charge, the other side has a negative charge. And if I take the negative and the positive and I put them together, they come together automatically. They'll automatically attract because opposite charges attract. Now, if I flip one over so that they're the same charge, the same polarity, positive, positive, or negative, negative, doesn't matter, and I put them together, they repel each other. So keep that in mind. Opposite charges attract, same charges repel. You are like a magnet. The top of your head has a negative charge. The bottoms of your feet have a positive charge. And interestingly enough, that positive charge at the foot connects instantly with the negative charge of the earth. We were meant to be drawn to the magnetic pull of the earth to keep us grounded, to help us feel safe, and to help all our energy systems function. So keep in mind that when we walk outside and that south pole of the bottom of the foot hooks in with the north pole of the earth, we automatically connect and we feel better. That's why we feel better outside when we go out there, because our polarities are right where they need to be. Now I want you to think of a battery and a radio. If you think of a battery, one side has a positive charge, one has a negative charge. And when you put that into a radio, the positive hooks up with the negative charge in the radio, and the negative side hooks up with the positive charge in the radio. And when that happens, energy is able to flow through that battery into the radio, so the radio will work. If you flip that battery, radio won't work. Interestingly enough, sometimes our battery gets flipped. And when it does, it's very difficult for us to feel grounded, to be connected to the energies of the earth. And it's very difficult for the immune system to do what it needs to do to help you heal. Why would that happen inside of us? Why would the polarities flip or get frozen? Any number of reasons. If we are in front of a computer for a long period of time, that would do it. If we're on a cell phone for a long period of time, that would do it. If we stay inside the house and don't go outside for long periods of time, that could cause our polarities to flip. And isn't that what's happening today? All 3 of those scenarios. We are on the computers more, on the phones more, in an effort to connect, staying indoors in an effort not to connect. And all of that could create havoc with our polarities. So there's a correction, a simple way to help yourself and make sure the polarities are where they need to be. There is an energy test for this, but you don't need it. All you have to do is spoon your feet. So everybody take your spoon. You need a stainless steel spoon. We don't want silver. Silver won't work, but anything that has stainless steel in it will work. Use the back of the spoon, and if this were my foot, I want you to go to your foot. If this were my foot, you would go to the bottom of your foot. This is the ball of my feet. This would be my toes. This would be the heel. And you're simply going to take the back of your spoon and go up and down your bottom of your foot, or sideways, or figure eights. You can go fast, you can go slow, you can do whatever you want to do, but spoon the bottom of your foot to get your polarities to where they need to be. And now move to the other foot and spoon the bottom of the foot. You can spoon the tops of the toes if it feels good. And when you're doing this, if it really feels good on your foot, that means you really need it. So spooning your feet for just about 30 seconds each foot every day will ensure that your polarities are where they need to be, that you're feeling grounded and safe, and it will enable all the energy systems, including the immune system, stay healthy and strong. So spooning the feet is the first technique to strengthen your immune system. The second technique for strengthening your immune system is called moving out the toxins. Now, in some medicine, Chinese medicine arenas, they call it the neurolymphatic reflex points, this big long word, but we're just going to call it moving out the toxins. So let me explain what that's about. You have, as part of your immune system, the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system is designed to move toxins out of your body. Now, unlike the blood and oxygen that gets pumped through your body via the pumping mechanism of the heart, the only way the lymph can clear toxins in your body is by you moving. So think about that. What do we do almost every day when we're at work? We're not moving, we're sitting. And how do we get home? We're sitting. And what do we do when we get home? We're sitting again. The body is not moving, and the toxins, the lymph system is having a hard time clearing them out. So they tend to linger in the body and fester. And you'll know it because now you're not feeling good. So we want to get the lymph, we're going to focus today on the lungs and the spleen. We want to get the lymph moving through those meridians, through those organs. We want to get the toxins moving out so that your lungs and spleen can stay healthy. Because in Chinese medicine, the spleen energy and the spleen organ are all about the blood and the immune system. So to do this, to get that lymph moving, we're going to go to the center of the breastplate. And we're just going to come right up here, the center of this bone, and we're going to rub deeply with our fingers. Doesn't matter which direction. The key is a deep touch. And go right on down the center of the breastbone and rub deeply. If there's any place that hurts, then you know you need it. That's symptomatic of stuck energy. And stuck energy is what causes havoc in the body, what causes disease. So we're just going to move right on down. And then we're going to go to either side of this breastbone here, right into between the ribs, and massage deeply between the ribs. This is also going to help clear out energy from your lungs. And it will also clear out energy from your gallbladder, and just keep moving right on down. The deeper, the better. If it's hurt you, it means you need it. Now, for good measure, we're just going to tap our thymus. You can tap with your fist. You can tap with your hand. You can be Tarzan, tap with both hands. And when you're tapping the thymus, you're stimulating the thymus gland, which is part of the immune system. It produces the T cells that helps fight infection. So honestly, anytime I'm feeling sick, the very first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to massage these points to clear toxins from my lungs and tap here to really stimulate that thymus gland. Now, the spleen energy, that also governs the blood and the immune system. And the 2 points on the body that will help you move toxins out of the spleen meridian are right here, right below the center of your breast, the very first rib underneath the breast. Just massage in there, in between the ribs, nice and deep. If it hurts, you need it. Now, when you're massaging here, that's going to help you metabolize not only the foods that you eat, but the thoughts that you're thinking, the negative emotions that you're feeling. It's going to help you move them out and really clear the energy so that the spleen can do what it knows how to do. So that's moving out the toxins from the spleen and the lungs. And there you go. So now we've learned spooning the feet, clearing the toxins from the lungs and the spleen. And we're going to go to now our third technique, which is an immunity booster protocol. Now, before I explain it, I want to explain to you a concept in Chinese medicine. Think of a seesaw. So you've got a seesaw here, one side goes up, one side goes down. One seat on that seesaw is what we call in Chinese medicine your triple warmer meridian energy. And it governs the adrenal gland and fight or flight. So let's just say this is your fear mode, your fear seat. The opposite side is your spleen energy. And spleen energy governs the immune system. So think about it. Every time your fight or flight kicks in and you're in fear mode, guess what you're doing? You're weakening the immune system. You don't want to do that. We want these energies nice and balanced. Chinese medicine is all about balance and harmony. You want some fear, a healthy fear, because when you're in a survival situation, you need to move. But overall, we want that nice balance. And so this immunity booster protocol is going to help you get there. There are several places on the body we're going to be working on. One is right here, and I'll go over it in a moment. One is right up here. We're going to work with the index finger, the baby finger, and the crease at your elbow. So to begin this protocol, we're going to start right here. Here's my armpit. Go down about one rib, and right in the center, in line with your nipple, place your fingers and just hold. This is a wonderful place to help you relax and center. We're going to hold for about a minute, but at home, you're going to hold here for a good 2 to 5 minutes, each of these locations. So this location is going to help open up the chest. It's going to help you relax. It's going to help you take in a deeper breath so that you can inhale that breath of life, that oxygen. It's going to refuel you, re-energize you if you're feeling tired. And because one hand's over my heart, I'm just kind of giving my heart a little hug. So just tune in, notice how you feel. Exhaling all your air and allowing your breath to come in deeply. Very good. Now we're going to move to the index finger, and I'm going to place my hand over my heart just so you can see it. You're going to wrap the fingers and thumb of your other hand around the index finger and hold. The index finger is all about fear, releasing and letting go of fear. So when you're in fear mode for any reason, could be the virus, could be anything at all, this is where you want to go. Hold your index finger. So this is a standalone protocol. All of these points could be standalone or together as an immunity booster protocol. This not only helps you release fear, but holding here will also help strengthen and balance your kidney energy, bladder energy, and large intestine. So relax and notice what happens when you're holding your index finger. Very good. Now we're going to move to the baby finger. Just clasp it with the fingers and thumb of your other hand and hold your baby finger. Why the baby finger? Because that governs your heart. And the heart's been an issue with this virus. This is an excellent point to stabilize your heart. Calms your heart, calms the nervous system, calms any insecurities that you have inside you. This is a wonderful point to hold if you're in the hospital and you've had a heart attack and you want your heart to be stable. Hold here for as long as you can. Half hour, doesn't matter. Any amount of time, 5 minutes, it's all good. This is wonderful to calm the spirit of people who tend to laugh on the outside, but on the inside, they're crying. So if your inner self is not congruent with your outer self, you want to hold the baby finger. Taking those nice deep breaths. And now, because we're equal opportunity, we're going to go to the other side and hold the index finger on the other hand, releasing any fear that you might have, releasing anything that is no longer serving you. And my hands right over my thymus, so I'm giving myself a lot of love at the same time and stimulating the immune gland, which is the thymus. Very good. Now we'll move to that baby finger on the opposite side, opposite hand, and hold here to calm our spirit and relax the heart. By calming our spirit and relaxing the heart, we're strengthening the immune system. And now we're going to move our hands, cross them over, and reach up. So I'm right at the corner of the seam and the collarbone. Place your hands right in there on either side and relax. This position is excellent for any lung issues that you have. It's going to clear your chest. It's going to clear and balance the lung meridian and the lungs. This is a great place to hold if you've got asthma or have coughs. This is a wonderful place to hold if you're grieving or feeling a sense of loss because your lifestyle has changed. So if you want to let go of anything, this is a great posture to hold. The lungs is all about letting go. And you're also covering the spleen meridian. So you're automatically strengthening your immune system. Very good. Now we're going to move up and just kind of give yourself a hug, coming down the arms, and we're going to go right to the elbow crease. So if you follow your thumb, go all the way down to the elbow crease and come right into that with your middle finger. It's easiest for me with my middle finger if I'm going to do both sides at the same time. Find a spot in there that's sore and go right to it and hold. And if there's no spot that's sore, that's great. Just hold. These points here on the elbow crease are excellent. It's an excellent immune spot to strengthen your immune system. It's good if you've got high fevers that you can't break. Place your fingers here and hold for as long as you can, or as long as it feels right to you. This is excellent if you're getting colds or flu. It strengthens your digestive system. It's a wonderful point for immunity. So we'll just hold here for about a minute, exhaling all our air and breathing. And it always helps with every point that you hold to smile, because that opens up your radiant circuits that help you feel joy. A simple smile. So let's see those smiles. And notice what's happening in your body. Very good. Now just move your hands because you can right up to your heart center. Give yourself a little hug, a little love, because we can all use it right now. And you're done. The immunity booster protocol begins here. Then we hold the index finger, the baby finger of both hands, come up, hold right under the collarbone, give ourselves a hug, hold the elbow crease, and then another hug at the heart. So you've learned spooning your feet, moving toxins out of the lungs and the spleen, and the immunity booster protocol. And I have a bonus point for you. There is on your body a point that is known in Chinese medicine as producing natural antibiotics. And do you know where it's located? Right in the back. So I have here a picture. If this is the back of your body, and there is the top of your collarbone, and there is your scapula, right there where you can see it in green, right where at the point of the scapula, between the scapula and the spinal cord, is an immunity booster, a natural antibiotic. So all you have to do is just put your hand right behind your neck and just feel the top of your scapula, the fingertips, and you're right there. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not a little tiny point that you have to be finite in perfection. Just place your hands right in the back. If some people love to do it this way, but I prefer this way, I'm feeling the top corner of my scapula, and I'm in between there and my spinal cord, and hold. This is an excellent point to help strengthen your immune system and produce natural antibiotics for your body. In Chinese medicine, they say if you have shoulder tension in the shoulder, that can cause colds and flu because it creates stuck energy and the energy can't flow. And when energy can't flow in the body, we get sick. So your natural antibiotic points is a bonus for you. And I hope you've enjoyed this program. I'm Peggy from the Healing Connection. And until next time, make it a great day, everyone.